My fellow millennials, we need to talk about Will Smith because he's dropped some new music. I don't know if you heard about that. And it's cringy. Painfully secondhand embarrassment level cringy. And honestly, this isn't even really about a bad song. It's more about watching someone who had every opportunity to step into elder statesman status, legendary status. But somehow they've bypassed that and are becoming the butt of jokes, the topic of memes. They're begging for relevance, begging for attention. I never thought we'd be here. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Antoinette Chanel and welcome to my channel. At one point, Will Smith was the blueprint. Movie star, rapper, global icon. Everybody loved him. He had charm, he had charisma. He made family friendly somehow cool. And let's not forget, he made blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster, and he made it look effortless. But somewhere along the way, the formula broke. I don't think that it was just the Oscar slap. I feel that that was more of a symptom rather than a cause. It's the bigger picture. The way that Will is constantly trying to chase his youth, chasing trends, chasing approval, instead of just aging into that wise, grown man, older man energy that I think a lot of us are really wanting to see from him at this point. This latest music drop is pretty desperate. It's Will rapping like it's still 2005. It's like he's trying to convince us that he's still that guy, except he's not. And I think that's okay. I don't think he has to be that guy anymore. But I think for Will, he doesn't know how to let go of being the most liked, the most watched. At one point, even to us outsider plebes, he was known as the hardest working man in Hollywood. He used to be the most popular, the most relevant. But everybody has that time and then it passes. It's temporary. It's not permanent. And right now, what he's doing with his music career is really giving midlife crisis. It's giving desperate to just see that golden light of sun that is the public's adoration again. To me, the worst part is the pandering that Will is doing right now. The way he seems to be trying to code switch depending on who's watching. 1 minute it's I'm fun, goofy dad, right? Family man, everybody's nice guy. But then the next minute it's, oh no, I'm hard, I'm from Philly, I'm gangsta, even though we know that that's not true. And then he lands in this popular spot that I see a lot of celebrities and influencers landing in when they just don't know where else to go, which is I'm peace, I'm light, I'm wellness and healing and all of that stuff. It's exhausting, and more importantly, it is not authentic. Because Will doesn't seem to actually know who he is without the applause, without the approval, without the praise. Here's the thing. I don't think anybody's asking Will Smith to retire. I'm certainly not asking Will Smith to retire. But can you grow up? Maybe evolve, mature a little bit? We don't need 55-year-old Will Smith rapping like it's Switch Remix 2025. Instead, I think we need Will Smith to move a little bit more like Denzel, like Samuel L. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Denzel or Samuel L. Jackson are perfect people, but I think both those men recognize their age, they recognize the industry that they're in, and they don't come popping up unless it's absolutely appropriate or necessary. It's legacy energy rather than TikTok influencer energy. I think that's what people would rather see from Will Smith. I'm gonna say this slowly and kindly and warmly. My friends, especially my fellow millennials, there's a way to age gracefully. There's a way to transition into being an icon without all of the thirst, without the cringe, without the desperation. But sadly, Will keeps missing that exit. And the saddest part of all is that he really doesn't even have to try hard. His legacy was already built for him, but this need to be liked and constantly appreciated, especially by the new generation, that is doing him in. It reminds me of something that I speak about quite often on this channel when I talk about influencers, celebrities, especially people like Meghan Markle or Katy Perry. This idea that you always have to be celebrated and that you have to get the most claps and things like that. I think chasing that validation is where a lot of these people are messing up, and they're messing up later in their careers, which is messing up their legacy as a result. Will, respectively, please stop. You don't have to pander, you don't have to perform. Just stand 10 toes down in your legacy. You have earned that at this point. Those are my thoughts, friends. My friends, thank you so much for sticking with me through another video. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Are you listening to Will Smith's new music? Do you like it? Are you feeling like it's got that same party vibe that Getting Jiggy With It did, or is it falling flat for you? I personally found it to be pretty cringe. I didn't like it, especially the music video that I saw for Pretty Girls. Again, it just seems like he's pandering way too much, but I'd love to hear your thoughts down in those comments below. If you liked today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That helps me in the algorithm. If you'd like to see more content from me, consider hitting the subscribe button so you can see all my videos and also be notified when I upload to YouTube. If you'd like to keep up with me on Instagram, you can follow me at the handle that's on screen right there. Thank you so much for joining me, friends. I'll catch up with you in the next video.